Sanusi, Nick No the Web as Tuham, a tech plus lifestyle blogger, web designer, and storyteller. And I welcome you to the first practical section of this blogging 101 with Tuham. So on this first practical, we're going to take a quick look, like a practical dive into how to create your first blog for free. So what I mean by this for free is that it won't cost you anything, any cover to create your first blog. So why there are a lot of blogging platforms for you to create your blog on, I would recommend for starters to create their first blog for free using the Google Blogger platform. So this is a short summary of what the Google Blogger is all about. Blogger is one of the biggest blogging platforms in the global sphere due to the large number of users that are using it. Like since in 1999 that the Google Blogger was launched by Pyra Labs, the users are more than, like, the users that are using the platform are like millions. So there are up to like 1 million users using the Google platform, but that's not the reason why I recommend starters to use the Google Blogger platform. The major reason is that if you want to migrate from Google Blogger to another platform, it is much more easier for you than to move from another platform to Blogger. For instance, now say maybe in the next, you started a blog now, and say in the next 3 months you feel like, okay, you have the funds and the capacity to move to WordPress. You can easily move from Blogger to WordPress and expand the functionality of your blog. But if you decide to set up a blog right now on WordPress and you are unable to maintain it, say in the next 3 months, it might be a little bit difficult for you to move back to Blogger. And Blogger to me is actually a very cool platform. Like, apart from using it to create an awesome blog, you can also use it to create something like this, which is a portfolio site I created in the, I think, around 2016 or so. So this is a portfolio site which I use the Google Blogger platform for. So you can also use it to create something like this, or to create just a simple blog. So in order not to waste much of our time, so let's get straight to business. So now, what are the things you use to set up your blog? In order to create a blog, you will need these 3 things. Although before you reach this junction, you must have been given a link to download a PDF. In this PDF, you'll be able to know how to write out these 3 things that you are going to need. So the first one is name. This name is the name that your blog will be known for, also known as the title. It is something that will be displayed at the header section of your blog, such as when you go to the header section of the blog, you see something like Tuham word. So it's going to be the name of your blog, and this name should be something that is going to be, for instance, now the Adobe Photoshop is known as, the name is Adobe Photoshop. So even if they have a blog, the name you are going to say at the header of their blog is Adobe Photoshop. So number 2, link. This is the link people will visit on their browser. So this link is something like an address when you want another person to visit your blog. So you are just going to give them this link, and when they click on the link, it's going to take them directly to your blog. And the third one is description. The description is what your blog is going to be all about. Do you want to be talking about cars? Do you want to be talking about snail? You want to be talking about graphics design? You want to be talking about technology, lifestyle, and etc. So the description is going to give users what your blog is going to be all about. Now, at this junction, I believe you must already have these 3 things ready by now. So if you have it ready, then let's get down to business. Now, if you want to create your blog, you go to your browser using the Google Blogger platform, then you type in blogger, blogger.com. So this blogger is actually one of Google's products. I am sure we are all familiar with Google, the biggest search engine in the whole world. So this blogger is connected to Google. So once you have a Gmail address, you automatically have access to this blogger. So once you go to blogger.com, click on create your blog, which is right around there. So you click on create your blog, and once you click on that, it's going to bring something like a box which is sign in to Google, sign in to continue to Blogger. So what you need right there is simply your email address that you would like to use to open your blog. So it could be something like for instance, now say in my own case I want to use tuhamworld@gmail.com. so all I just have to do is type in tuhamworld@gmail.com, tuhamworld@gmail.com, and you can also decide to just type in only the user and then next. So after next, you enter your password and click on next. So automatically when you click on this, it's going to bring something like a dialog box, in which this dialog box is where you are going to fill in the information for your new blog. So you can see the three things I mentioned earlier. So this is title, which I mean by the name, and number 2 is the address. The address also mean the link that I mentioned there. So now let's say the name I want to give my new blog is Tuham World Utopia Gravis class. So this is the name that I wanted to give my my blog. So, and the link, which link do I want people to use to access my blog? So let's say Tuham World Utopia. So for instance, now I want to show you something. Now Tuham World. So let's say I wanted to choose this link. So all you have to do is click on the link that you want, tuhamworld.blogspot.com. So you see something right there. So this means, sorry, this blog address is not available. When you receive something like that notification, that means somebody is already using that link. So this tuhamworld.blogspot.com is actually a blog that I created in the I can't remember the date, but I guess it around 2013 or 14 or 12. So when you copy out this link and you paste it in your browser to know whether this link is already being used by someone or not. So for instance, I clicked on it and you can see it's already been used by somebody else, which is actually me. So so that means you are going to think of another link. So Tuham World Utopia. So this blog address is available. That means nobody else has started using that link. So you can just use this link to create your blog. So the third one is theme. So you can select from the various numbers of themes on this page. So there's the contemporary, the soul, the emporio, the notable, the essential, simple, awesome, ink, dynamic views, picture, window, rhetoric, travel, and etc. So this for contemporary, soul, emporio, and notable are actually were recently added around 2017 or so. So they were not there before. These were the themes that have been there before, like they've been there for a very long time. So now let's select the theme that I want to use. So let's say I want to choose this contemporary. So I select on it, and then you come right there, and note, choosing a theme from this page doesn't mean that that's what you are going to be using for life. You can still decide to change it later in the future. So you can decide not to worry about the themes for now and select any themes of your choice. Then in the future, when you are used to the platform, you can change your theme. So now click on create blog. So it's creating blog. So you see something like Tuham World was created successfully, and now we have our new blog right there. So if you can visit the blog by simply clicking on the link that you use, which is the link that I mentioned in number 2, so which is tuhamworld-utopia.blogspot.com. right there we have our blog. So that's where we're going to stop right there for now. And before I end this tutorial, I would like to share some resources with you also. So some blogs you should check out. So if you have the time, you can check out this tech blog, netsocialblog.com or dongeblog.com. They usually provide articles on blogging, on social media and tech. And if you are somebody who is fascinated about learning more about lifestyle, you can visit bellarninja.com for maybe wedding or lifestyle tips. And if you are a foodie, somebody who has a great passion for food, you can also visit ccyemi.com. She have a great and huge interest in foods, and as a graphic designer, so you can also visit creative.adobe.com, where you are going to draw inspiration from awesome graphics by Adobe itself. And you can also decide to visit the inspirationgrid.com. They also post some nice graphics there. And if you want to learn about money and finance, visit nairametrics.com or www.financengl.com. and I know some of us are a fan of gadgets, phones, smartphones, computer, smartwatch, and etc. So if you are somebody who fits in that niche, you can visit www.doncapro.com. See you in the next module. Once again, my name is Tunde Abdulhamid Sanusi, but if that name sounds too mouthful for you, can simply just call me Tuham, which is Tuham. To know more about me, you can visit www.tuhamworld.com. Once again, see you in the next module. Bye bye.